close sports bowls. USA Today's college football reporters Paul Meyerberg and George Schroeder give their take on who will win the Rose Bowl. USA Today Sports. Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen, left, celebrates with Coach Craig Bowl after winning the famous Idaho Potato Bowl against Central Michigan in Boise, Idaho. Photo. Darren Oswald. AP. Boise, Idaho. AP. Josh Allen threw 3 touchdown passes in his final game for Wyoming, and the Cowboys took advantage of Central Michigan's 8 turnovers to cruise to a 37-14 victory Friday in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. During the post-game award ceremony, the game MVP award declared his intention to give up his final season of eligibility to enter the NFL Draft. Wyoming, 8-5, rebounded after losing its last 2 regular season games, with Allen sidelined by a sprained right shoulder. Allen was 11 of 19 for 154 yards with no interceptions. He showed off his arm strength on a perfect 45-yard pass that hit receiver C.J. Johnson in stride in the end zone. Box score: Wyoming 37, Central Michigan 14. In today's world where players are making all kinds of decisions about bowl games, Josh chose to play and I applaud him for that, Wyoming coach Craig Bowl said before lobbying for Allen to be drafted. If there's any NFL team looking for a player out there, you're never going to find a bigger competitor and a better leader than him. Central Michigan, 8-5, had won 5 straight. The 8 turnovers broke the previous famous Idaho Potato Bowl record of 6. I don't feel that today's performance was indicative of the type of team we have, Central Michigan coach John Bonamigo said. The storyline obviously is 8 turnovers. You're not going to win many football games against any decent opponent turning it over that many times. More college football coverage. Bahamas Bowl. Dorian Brown helps Ohio runs past Alabama. Birmingham. Dollar General Bowl. Appalachian State tries to slow down explosive Toledo. Armed Forces Bowl. San Diego State. Army both will look to stay on the ground. Birmingham Bowl. South Florida. Texas Tech set for offensive shootout. Wyoming entered the game first in the nation in turnover margin and second in forced turnovers and will likely finish at the top of both rankings after the bowl season concludes. Wyoming took a 21-7 lead in the first quarter. Wyoming's offense struggled in the red zone after the first quarter, settling for 3 field goals in 3 trips. Central Michigan struggled everywhere on the field, watching promising drives end on turnovers or other drives stunted due to Wyoming's relentless pass rush. The Cowboys had a season-high 5 sacks. Late in the third quarter, Central Michigan found a spark and cut the deficit to 30-14. The Chippewas strung together a 7-play, 65-yard drive that ended on a 3-yard run by Jonathan Ward. But Central Michigan failed to build on that momentum, losing it all on a scoop and score. After a strip sack by Johanna Gaifan, Wyoming defensive end Carl Granderson took the fumble and rumbled 58 yards for the touchdowns. This defense is special, Gaifan said. We all do our jobs and do it exceptionally well. We got 8 turnovers today. That's not too shabby. The takeaway: Wyoming. Finding a replacement for Allen will be a high priority for a Cowboys team that is losing only 3 starters on offense and 3 on defense. Wyoming returns leading rusher Trey Woods and a stout defense that should give the Cowboys a strong chance to contend for the Mountain West Conference title. Central Michigan. The Chippewas face a rebuilding season next year in the MAC as they lose 7 starters on offense and 5 on defense. The offense is a mix of good and bad. The bad: they lose starting quarterback Shane Morris along with his top 2 receivers, Mark Chapman and Corey Willis. However, the top 3 rushers Jonathan Ward, Kumanuji Willie, and Romello Ross all return, honoring Enberg. Central Michigan honored alum Dick Enberg a day after the sportscasting great died at age 82. The team wore helmet stickers with Enberg's "Oh my" signature call, while coaches wrote the phrase on the back of their caps. Enberg graduated from Central Michigan in 1957 and played baseball for the Chippewas. Up next, Central Michigan will open the 2018 season on Sept. 1 at Kentucky. Wyoming will face New Mexico State on August 25. Copyright 2017 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, rewritten or redistributed.